All right, guys, welcome to Yenko, Africa. And thanks to the subscriber who left me a comment letting me know that the proper pronunciation of what I say is Yenko, is Yanko. All right, Yenko, Africa, which means let's go. And then when you add Africa to it, it's let's go to Africa or let's go to. So when you're riding a trotro and the mate says to the driver, Yenko, circle, Yenko, Dankwa, circle, which is referred to as circle, Yanko, Terekorsi, Yanko, Medina, wherever, it means let's go to those places. Okay, so you all are welcome. I thank y'all for your lives, and today I wanted to follow up on the video that I did concerning shipping to Ghana. So making a shipment to Ghana. So you may remember, and I'll have some photos looping here, you may recall the 4 boxes that I packed right prior to leaving. And so here they are after traveling from I took it to Georgia. Actually, I took these boxes to Georgia, and I think they may have taken it down to Jacksonville. I have to go back and look at the itinerary to see exactly the route that it took before leaving the US. But these are the 4 boxes, and you may remember I had them wrapped. You'll see them stacked up on another picture that I'll put in here, where you will see that they are stacked, and those stacked boxes are where I left them off at the receiving office in Georgia. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys see this, and then I'm going to pause it and let those pictures go through, and I'm going to tell you about the entire experience. Okay, so this is the condition that they're in. All right, this thing right here is what I had to get at the port in order to get in the back to actually see my items. Okay, so you get a security vest there. I'm not sure how clear that's coming out, but this is the condition of the boxes. I do have to say that they are in pretty good condition considering the journey that they took. But the question is, would I do this again? Right? So Yanko, Africa, let's go to Africa. It doesn't have to be Ghana. It can be anywhere. But I want to talk to you today about my experience as a follow-up to the other video that I did on shipping to Ghana. Has it changed after all these years? Has the digital system made any improvements over the old system? Is it more transparent? Is it more honest? Will you get a better deal? What is the entire process? You know, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but would I do this again? Yes or no, and why or why not? All right, so hold on. I'll be back in just a few. All right, so the question is, would I ship out of this country again, or to this country again, Ghana, or any country on the continent? Okay, would I ship again? You know what, let me just narrow it down to Ghana. Okay, all right. I'm going to tell you my experience, and you make your decision based on my experience and your experience and the advice of others. And, you know, if you haven't tried it before, you may want to just try it to see what your experience is like. It may be different. All right. And so I am going to tell you what happened. So right here, you see me going out to the port. This is the Tema motorway. I'm heading to the port for the first time. Okay. We shipped our items out in August, mid-August. We were still in the US. We shipped it from, we took it to Georgia. I was not living in Georgia, but it wasn't far away. We do have a port in our state, but the company that we used recommended that we use the port in Georgia instead of the port where we were. Okay. Now, I'm not sure if they shipped it down to Jacksonville afterwards or not, but I'm just saying that this is the route that we took. Now, the items were supposed to arrive within about 30 to 45 days, which would have put it somewhere around mid-September, which is good because we were anticipating, you know, the borders being open in September. But if it didn't, we had already, you know, given the shipping company instructions, and we labeled our packages with the names of the people who should pick up our items should we not make it there or the borders not be open. Okay. And so we did that. Well, we got to Ghana, Yah willing, after in mid-September, after taking 4 COVID tests, 3 in the US, 1 in Ghana. That's another video. And we were, you know, negative on each test, but because of the process. Now, this is us right here coming up. You see this sign right here that says Harbor, Akosimbo.
We're on our way to the port. Now, I was supposed to go there that day, pick up my goods. I went there and I sat there for 5 hours, no goods. Okay. Although the goods were there. Now, listen, this was 3 weeks after the goods had arrived. The shipping company in the US was excellent. They allowed me to ship my goods. They allowed me to not pay for them until 3 days before the items actually arrived, which was good because the actual shipping line changed their delivery date like 4 or 5 times. Okay. So it did not arrive until around the 1st of November, somewhere around, the 1st of November. And then we did not pick them up until about 3 weeks later. Okay. And that's because we were given one excuse after another as to why they could not get into the container, or why when they got into the container, other people who shipped their goods, they packed ours in with theirs, and how they had not paid, and so we needed to wait for them. And then if they didn't show up, we were told another time that they were the agent that the shipping company dealt with, all right, that they were going to pay for the customers if they didn't show up so that we can get ours, and then the customers who did not pay for their items would have to pay them plus pay interest. Okay, we were anticipating that. That didn't happen. All right, then we went to the shipping company, as you see on this day right here, to the port, and it is quite a distance there. And then when you get there, the traffic is backed up. Once again, I sat there 5 hours and no goods. All right, now, but while I'm there, they're insisting that the system is down. Okay, the computer system is down. But if I would go ahead and pay, that today it's going to be up because everything is there. They gave me pictures of what was supposed to be my goods. Turns out that it was my goods and some other goods. And so they only showed one box that was mine, but the other goods actually belonged to somebody else. That's another issue. And so I went ahead and paid them, which was an additional $200, the agent's clearing fee. All right, but with the assurance that tonight I'm going to get my goods. I can go ahead home because I've been sitting there for 5 hours. And so I did that. Now I got a second clearing agent other than the one that the shipping company provided, because that guy wanted a lot of money. Okay. And so I called some friends of mine. Now, this is someone that my friends recommended, and he charged half of what the other guy was going to charge. But it turns out that he didn't do anything, different than what they did. All right. This is he and I right now after the day that I came there and could not pick up my goods. He showed me my goods, right? We're not allowed to have cameras, so I had to sneak and record this, right? So that's my box, one of my boxes, and then there are some other boxes out there that look like mine, but they're not. Now, let me just tell you guys this. It is very important, it is imperative that you use good boxes, okay? This is my box, this is my box. This is not my box. You see how this is all busted up and someone just taped it up. Another one has oil all over it. Things are spewing out and spilling out of your box. Remember that they do check your boxes. They may select one or two boxes that they want to check, but generally they check your box. These are not my goods, but they're similar. These actually were, you can tell that they were shrink wrapped. I use the same kind of wrapping tape, but my son and I wrapped them ourselves. This is my box. This is not my box. This oily thing is not my box. And this is my fourth box right here, sitting on somebody's furniture. All right, so we shipped this box, this box. We didn't ship these. These are not ours. This one is shrink wrapped, so you can see the difference in the shrink wrap. This is wrapped really well. This is a mess, leaking everywhere. This is someone with tape. It's busted. This is mine. We wrapped ours multiple times and it stayed in pretty good shape. And they opened this box, so that's why this is open like that. All right. So this is what took place here. So I paid them expecting to get my goods. Do you think I got my goods that night? I did not. I ended up having to, 2 weeks later, get my goods via a trotro. They were supposed to deliver my goods to me. The night that they were supposed to deliver my goods, the guy right here wanted to charge me $100 to bring my goods when this was all supposed to be included. I said, nope, I'm coming to pick my goods up even if I have to pay for it myself. So guys, if you run into someone who's trying to force you to pay more, this guy literally begged me for just whatever, saying I'm from America, we have it, so on and so forth. All right. This right here is a trotro. Go and find a trotro station. They actually tried to lure us away from the trotro station, so we would have no option but to go with him. But thank y'all, we were able to say no, discern what was happening. And I told our driver, no, take me to a trotro station, my taxi driver. He took me to a trotro station. We had to actually go to two of them to find one. And we negotiated, my son and the taxi driver negotiated a great price, and we were able to load our boxes up. They were willing to take their seats out. It turns out they didn't even have to take all the seats out. We were able to stuff these 4 boxes, which are 24 by 24 by 24, into that trotro, and also ourselves, the driver, the mate, my son, and myself in that trotro, and we were able to bring those home for such a savings that we actually were able to tip him and paid less than what this guy was charging, wanting to charge us in the middle of the night. And so, would I do this again? Is it more transparent? No, it's not. The excuse that they use is that the system is down, and they guarantee you that the system is going to be up. And this is not just common to us, it's common to everyone. But if you are a diasporan, and particularly a non-Ghanaian, I heard other people complaining about that while I was there. One woman just went and grabbed somebody to interpret tree for her and paid him to interpret tree to her, because she said that they were saying all sorts of stuff knowing that she didn't speak tree and was trying to cheat her. Okay, she was an African, she was from the diaspora, but she was not Ghanaian. So what I would do is it only to Ghana? No, I don't think it's unique to Ghana, but in this case I would not do this again under these circumstances unless I know that I'm working with a winning agent and that I can be assured that this is how much I'm going to pay. And so we ended up paying the cost that our shipping company charged us, which is $700. Okay, these boxes are pretty heavy. And then we ended up paying the clearing agent $200. And then we paid the cost of bringing this to our house, which is pretty far from the port, but the port is pretty far from everywhere unless you live in Tema. Okay, so yeah, we ended up, when you compare it to the cost of UPS 13-day delivery for the same size packages, it's a little less than that, but UPS for the same packages shipped directly from the US, delivering in 13 days via freight, it's going to be like $1,200 for UPS, but who knows if they're going to charge you more when you get down to that office. And so would I do this again? Under these circumstances, absolutely not. But these items that I shipped were personal items. I cannot buy them again. And when I say personal, I mean personal items that are like family items and such that cannot be purchased in any of the stores. So for that purpose only, I shipped it. But if it's household items that can be replaced and purchased, I would just wait and purchase them here if you can. Okay. And if not, if you can't, there's something that you definitely just want to bring, you can try pricing UPS to see if they can do it, or pricing the airline that you're coming on and see, what those costs are. All right. So if you have any questions concerning this, please let me know. I thank you guys for tuning in. I thank you for supporting. I thank you for liking, subscribing, and just thank you for being there and sharing your journey, and we sharing our journeys with each other. Shalom, and talk to you on the next year.